8 Democratic presidential candidates faced off last night at St. Anselm College in the second of many scheduled debates leading up to the primaries.
Now, the presidential primaries have always started in New Hampshire. 22 News reporter Jaclyn joins us now live from the Granite State to tell us why New Hampshire is fighting to keep that tradition alive.
Well, 22 News is live at St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire, which is going to be our home base for the next few days for the presidential debates. But with one day in between the Democratic and Republican debate, 22 News decided to take a drive north to the Capitol and speak with the Secretary of State about how New Hampshire is dealing with the more than 20 states who have moved up their presidential primaries to early February so they can have greater say in the nomination process.
So it's traditional.
A tradition that other states are trying to harp in on. Since 1920, New Hampshire has held the first presidential primary. In years past, there would be weeks before the next primary, and now it could be days. The Democratic National Committee assigned New Hampshire to January 22nd of 2008, but that is not a done deal, according to the Secretary of State, William Gardner. He says he will do whatever it takes to keep this tradition alive.
The Secretary of State tells 22 News it's not out of the question the primary could be this year in 2007.
A lot of people would rather have this process spread out than compressed. And so if it were to be this year, it would actually help to spread it out a little bit.
Voters are nervous about other states like Florida already securing such an early date and fears it could take away the attention from New Hampshire because candidates will have less time to campaign in the Granite State.
It definitely is going to keep them out of the state more because they've got to be kind of have their feet in a lot of fire, in a lot of areas.
State law requires that New Hampshire's primary will be held 1 week before any similar election.
If these major states like California and New York decide to hold their presidential primaries on February 5th as planned, well, then the party nomination could be decided very early on, giving residents a lot of time for voters' remorse. For now, we're live in Manchester, New Hampshire. Jaclyn, 22 News.